Ever thought to yourself, "Oh, it's too late for me. No, I can't do that. It's too late. I had my opportunities way back when, and I didn't get a chance to." Ever think that? Well, I haven't told this story in a while, but I think it's time to share it again because it came up for me recently. Don't do that. That's my Bob Newhart thing. Don't do that. Stop that. Yeah? Let's talk about if it's too late for you in this episode of the VOHeroes podcast. So, a friend of a friend of a friend asked their friends to ask me about how come I don't see David in shows when he was like in his 20s, 30s, 40s, when he was younger. And, I have this lovely story about the fact that I decided to become an actor as a second or third act in life. I didn't get my first job. Let me back up. I got my first job in radio in my late teens. And my first job in voiceover about 4 days later, because once you're in radio, it's like boom, you're being asked to do voiceover. But I didn't become an on-camera actor till my mid to late 40s. And I didn't get my first job on television, which was on Heroes. I didn't get my first job until I turned 50. And this is shocking to some people. Some people are like, "Wait, what? You can do that? You can and what adds weirdness to that story is the choice of which profession I decided to do as a second act in life, acting on camera and in film, and on television, in commercial. Some people go, yeah, I'm gonna, retire and I'm gonna be a writer, or I'm gonna do woodworking, or I'm gonna, I'll be a greeter at Walmart, or I'll be a salesman at a car dealer. Who knows? They make choices after they've done a career. They do a new one. And I want you to remember that because you may be facing something right now where you go, oh, yeah, no, I could have done that back in the 80s or 90s, maybe in the early 2000s, but not now. The competition's too high, artificial intelligence. I mean, we come up with all these excuses. But the fact of the matter is that if you want to be a writer, or if you are a writer and want to narrate your own book, or you want to do voiceover, or you want to do audiobooks, or you want to work on camera, or you want to do commercials, you want to do something in technology, I'm only talking about the things that I'm familiar with, and in most of those cases, things that I show other people how to do. But the world is your oyster, and you actually have an advantage. People in their 20s or 30s, they often think to themselves, oh, if I don't get into that FIRE community, financial independence, retire early, or, jump into that sixth or seventh job by the time I'm 28, my life is over. I'm done. I can't, I'm dead. I'm You have what a distinct advantage you have. You have a whole lifetime of experience that these kids today, they don't have yet. Like, that's one of the things that's made it really popular and happy for me to be an actor, because I have this life experience I can draw from when I'm designing a character, when I'm doing an audition, or when I'm on set working, or when I'm doing voiceover. I get to make choices that I wouldn't have made when I was 16 and trying to sound like Rick Dees or Don Imus or the real Bob James or John Lanigan. I was trying to be somebody else. And then when you live your life and you have this experience, it's kind of like pouring out of me because of the question that was asked. Why didn't he do this earlier? I didn't know I could. And I wasn't motivated to. I certainly was when radio started to become a cesspool to work with. I just, the early 2000s was an awful time in the world of radio with consolidation, and all of the group owners had their own syndication wings, and I was doing a syndicated radio show. I couldn't get my show on some big stations because they were owned, and thank God for WOR and for WGN and XM and Sirius. Otherwise, I would have probably not lasted as long as I did in radio. But the choice in my mid 40s, my late 40s, to become an actor was something that I think other people are hesitant to do. If your life isn't giving you what you want, go make a different choice. And don't think you can't make those choices late in life. that second act could be waiting for you, or that third act, or that fourth act. Who knows? But if you want to write your own book, if you want to narrate that book, if you want to do voiceover or acting, or you want to learn how to code, or if you want to go be a greeter at Walmart or work at a car dealer, whatever you want to do, give yourself that shot. Give yourself that opportunity. Whenever you feel, oh, it's too late for me, coming up for you, push back. Tell it it's wrong. Remove its power. Does that make sense for you? Got any thoughts on this? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Let me know. Hit the like button if you'd like. You can subscribe to the channel. You can click the notification bell and be notified of new episodes. You can share this with somebody who may be facing, like my friend of a friend of a friend of a friend was and had questions about what to do for those later acts in life. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening. And I will see you in the next episode of the VOHeroes podcast.